The second and final day of Cleveland Browns mandatory minicamp practices are officially in the books. With that being said, we have more news, notes, highlights, observations from yet another practice here in Cleveland. And in this video, we're going to break down everything you need to know about day 2 of mandatory minicamp, who looks good, who doesn't look good, and maybe some guys who are getting up the depth chart here, maybe making a case to being starters going into next season. Now, before we jump into the video, let's start it off how we always do and give a big shout out to all of the Browns media members around the world who, work so hard each and every single day to get these highlights out for us, kind of enabling us to make this video. Without those people, without the reporters out there, these videos aren't even possible to make. So go give them a follow on Twitter. You're going to see their ads at the top left of your screen throughout the entirety of this video. So make sure you guys go follow them. Now, with that being said, let's kind of dive into another day here in Cleveland for practice. Now, today was another very interesting day. No Amari Cooper. And, as the days go on and Amari Cooper is going to continue to hold out, get fined because he wants a contract extension. He wants to end his career here in Cleveland and thinks that now that this is last year, he needs to go get that money, right? Obviously, it would be stupid to come to practice, get hurt, and then boom, now you're not getting a contract extension. So he's playing it smart. But at the end of the day, do you guys think, as Browns fans, do you think they should go out and re-sign Amari Cooper to a multi-year deal, or just wait it out and hopefully he shows up for training camp? Let me know what you guys would do down below. We also got to see another day of Jerry Jeudy at practice, but not practicing. He's still dealing with what seems to be a tweak of something. I'm not really too sure, maybe a hamstring. But he is going to, be precautionary throughout practice throughout the next few weeks as they ramp up for training camp in about 4 or 5 weeks from now. So again, not seeing Jerry Jeudy practicing, not seeing Amari Cooper practicing, but this is giving a lot of guys some opportunity to stand out. The Elijah Moores, the Jamari Thrashes, the Cedric Tillmans, the David Bells, Jalen Darden, was back at practice today. He did not practice yesterday, so he was there. He was getting some more work in. James Prochet, Michael Woods, a lot of these guys getting in some extra work at practice today, which was good. Deshaun Watson, actually, we all know that he's he's practicing one day and then he's taking a day off. He's practicing another day, then he's taking a day off from throwing. What I mean, right? So yesterday, day 1 of mandatory minicamp, he was throwing the ball a ton. Day 2, he was going in with some mental reps. So that was definitely good to see. Even though he's not taking or making those throws, he's still, going through the mental side of things, which is definitely something you want to see. His shoulder is continuing to get better and better. And again, they want to be really conservative, precautionary with some of these guys who have injuries. They don't really want to throw them into the mix and potentially re-injure them before training camp. So I do think that they're making the right decision by letting these guys rest for the majority of mandatory minicamp. If you need it, you're gonna get it, right? So definitely a good minicamp, right? I thought they made a lot of big time plays. I thought a lot of guys stood out. We're gonna get into some more big time takeaways in a minute. Before we get into that though, do me a big favor, hit that like button just so we can get this video out to more Browns fans around the world. Subscribe if you're new. More importantly, it's free. It doesn't cost anything. And we will be covering the Browns throughout the entirety of the offseason. Now, you might be asking, what does that entail? What does that include exactly? Well, the rest of mandatory minicamp, training camp, preseason, regular season, everything you could think of, we've got you guys covered here on this channel. Everything regarding Cleveland Browns and other football teams as well. So make sure you guys are here for that. And lastly, I will be live streaming some Browns games this year. So if you want to watch them with me and kind of break down the film of them, follow me on Twitch. It's Matty Dubs with 3 S's, or you can find the link in the description below. With that being said, let's get back to the video. Now, with Deshaun Watson in and out of practice every single time, or every single practice he's playing or he's practicing, and then he's not practicing, he's practicing and whatnot. So the quarterbacks have looked really good behind him. Dorian Thompson-Robinson, Tyler Huntley, Jameis Winston. These guys are actually really starting to look good as backup quarterbacks. Now, most likely they're not going to go into the season with 4 quarterbacks. So I don't really know who is not going to make the team or whatnot, because right now they all are showing capabilities of being able to play with this football team. So I'm excited to see those guys continue to develop as time goes on, especially as Watson continues to build that, healthiness in terms of being able to practice, right? The offensive line looks insane, man. Jack Conklin got a little bit of work in. He's still, fighting his way back, but he'll be back soon. Wyatt Teller, you got Joel Bitonio, you got Jedrick Wills. So, man, there's a lot of guys. Zach Zinner, a lot of guys they like. DeJuan Jones, they think are going to make big impacts on this team going into next season. Even the running back room is extremely, extremely deep. With guys like Nick Chubb coming back, he'll be fully healthy at some point in time. And then you got guys like Jerome Ford, who was a majority of this season your starter last year. Nyheim Hines, they bring over from Buffalo. He's still trying to get better. Dante Foreman, who has starting mentality for Chicago and Carolina, had some big years as being a starter. And then you have John Kelly and Pierre Strong and Aiden Robbins. So I feel like they've done a really good job just making sure that this running back room is set up for greatness, right? Going to continue to develop, continue to get better each and every single time, or every single day as the days go on. So excited to see those guys and how they continue to improve, right? We also got to see a little bit of the defense, and the defense looks insane. This could be and I said this last video too, this looks like it could be the best defense in football. And again, there's no pads, no contact right now, but when they run 7-on-7s, 11-on-11s, I mean, they're getting into the backfield very, very quickly, forcing Deshaun Watson and Jameis Winston to, throw to their first read, not allow them going to their progressions, right? So the Zadarius Smith is the Myles Garrett's, right? Dalvin Tomlinson, and we talked about the interior of this defensive line yesterday with Quentin Jefferson, Shelby Harris, Mike Hall, Siaki Ika, Maurice Hurst. I mean, that might be the deepest interior defensive line I have ever seen in my life. I mean, they have Maurice Hurst lined up with the threes right now, and he was probably one of the best interior defensive linemen all of last season. I mean, unbelievable depth for this football team. And you look at the secondary, that's probably the best in football overall wise, with starting from your nickel to your two boundary corners to your safeties. Insane depth there. And then you bring in Jordan Hicks, bring in Devin Bush. This team looks so good. And I'm telling you right now, Deshaun Watson can even take a little bit of a step up from last season, get a little bit better from where he looked at before the injury. This Browns team could be one of the best in the NFL, and wouldn't surprise me at all if they actually are the best team in this division, even though this division looks insane. The Steelers got better. The Ravens added Derrick Henry. Obviously, the Bengals are getting Joe Burrow back. This is going to be probably one of the best divisions in football by far. I mean, that's just my opinion anyway. So let me know what you guys think about the Amari Cooper situation. Do you think they should re-sign him or whatnot? Cedric Tillman has been looking really good in practice. So let me know what you guys think. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family. And I'll see you guys in the next Browns update, which should be in the next couple of days. I'm going to break down 5 breakout players during OTAs and mandatory minicamp. So be prepared for that, and I'll see you guys then. Peace.